9 Roman deaths that will haunt you. When we think of Rome, we think of marble statues and grand speeches, but behind that golden veneer was a reality so violent it defies belief. In the ancient world, power was a target. When that power was stripped away, Rome didn't just want you dead, they wanted you erased. 1. Sejanus, the man torn to pieces. In 31 AD, Sejanus was the shadow emperor. As head of the Praetorian Guard, he was the only man Emperor Tiberius trusted. But Sejanus reached too high. Suspecting a coup, Tiberius sent a letter to the Senate that shifted from praise to a scathing condemnation. Guards seized Sejanus instantly. He was dragged to the Gemonian stairs and strangled. But death was only the beginning. The executioner tossed his body to a mob that had feared him for years. For 3 days, they tore him apart with their bare hands, ripping flesh from bone until nothing remained but a smear on the stone. His young daughter was violated by the executioner before her own death to bypass laws against executing virgins. The family line was erased. 2. Elagabalus, the emperor in the drain. In 222 AD, the 18-year-old Elagabalus pushed Rome too far with his scandals. When the Praetorian Guard revolted, the emperor and his mother fled to the only place they thought soldiers wouldn't look, the camp latrines. The ruler of the known world died crouching in human filth, run through with swords. Soldiers decapitated them in the waist, dragged the headless bodies through the streets, and tossed them into the Tiber River like common trash. 3. Caracalla, the final urination emperor. Caracalla was a butcher who murdered his own brother for power. In 217 AD, while on campaign, he halted his column to relieve himself. As he urinated into the dirt, a disgruntled soldier named Martialis crept up and plunged a dagger into his back. The man who ordered the deaths of thousands died alone on a roadside, his blood mixing with the dust and his own waste. 4. Crassus, the mockery of greed. Marcus Licinius. Crassus was Rome's richest man. In 53 BC, seeking military glory, he invaded Parthia. It was a disaster. After he was killed in an ambush, the Parthians mockingly poured molten gold down his throat to fill his legendary greed. They then used his severed head as a stage prop in a local play, replacing a prosthetic mask with the actual bloody remains of Rome's wealthiest citizen. 5. Cicero, the silenced tongue. Cicero was Rome's greatest orator, but his words made an enemy of Mark Antony. In 43 BC, soldiers caught him fleeing in a litter. Cicero offered his neck to the blade without a fight. Per Antony's orders, they cut off his head and his hands. They were nailed to the rostra, the speaker's platform in the forum. Antony's wife, Fulvia, reportedly took a hairpin and repeatedly stabbed Cicero's tongue to punish the voice that had challenged her husband. 6. Galba, the emperor of the spear. In 69 AD, the 73-year-old Galba was tipped out of his litter in the forum by mutinous guards. As he lay on the stones, a soldier cut his throat. Because Galba was bald, the soldier couldn't grip his hair to display the head. He reportedly stuck his thumb in the dead emperor's mouth to hold it steady while mounting it on a lance. The head was paraded through camp as a punchline. 7. Domitian, the stab in the groin. Emperor Domitian was so paranoid he lined his walls with reflective stone to see behind him. On September 18, 96 AD, a steward named Stephanus approached with a hidden dagger in a bandaged arm. As Domitian read a document, Stephanus drove the blade into the emperor's groin. They wrestled violently on the floor until other conspirators rushed in, hacking Domitian to death in his own bedroom. 8. Pertinax, the auctioned head. In 193 AD, Pertinax tried to cut the bonuses of the Praetorian Guard. When 300 soldiers stormed the palace, he walked out unarmed to reason with them. He almost succeeded until a spear struck his chest. The mob surged, killed him, and paraded his head on a lance. That afternoon, the guards literally auctioned off the Roman Empire to the highest bidder. The history of Rome is often sanitized, but the truth is buried in the dust and blood. These men were at the pinnacle of achievement, yet died in latrines and on roadsides. It is a haunting reminder. In Rome, the higher you climb, the more violent the fall. If you enjoyed these dark stories, hit the like button and subscribe. See you in the next one.